Welcome back to Gist Nigeria from the BBC and Channels TV. I am Wale Fakile. Thanks for staying with us. Coming up in a moment. The entrepreneur giving tech startups a boost to share their success with the rest of the world. But first, in Busia, Western Kenya, sexual violence has become an epidemic, with cases more than doubling in the past year. But most victims aren't getting justice since their families prefer to reach out-of-court settlements with offenders. The BBC's Mercy Juma traveled to Busia to find out what's going on.
Mary, not her real name, goes about her daily chores. This 9-year-old was sexually assaulted by her grandparents' gardener in February this year. I spoke to Mary's grandmother, who asked not to be identified.
In hospital, she was given medication to take for 28 days to prevent HIV infection.
Mary's case is one of many in this part of Kenya. This is Busia, a bustling town sitting in the border with Uganda. Business is thriving here, but this is also a highly patriarchal society where women have no say on many social issues. Over the past year, cases of sexual assault against girls and women have more than doubled. These should be handled by the courts, but in reality, out-of-court settlements are the norm, where the victims' voices are ignored.
If we arrest that man and he dies in police custody, they will say I am the cause. The curse will remain here. We would rather talk, we agree upon ourselves, and the matter ends here. Even when you walk in the village, the people point fingers and say, why have you arrested someone else's son? Yet the girl is okay and has no complications. All blame comes back to me.
I have come to a home where there is a family meeting going on to solve a sexual assault case at the family level. In this instance, the victim and the offender are immediate cousins. Paul and Peter, not their real names, are brothers. Paul's 23-year-old son sexually assaulted Peter's 15-year-old daughter.
He took her to a sugarcane plantation and raped her.
Truly, my brother, my son wronged you. I don't have much to say. Just give me a fine to pay.
Outside the door, the victim listens as a decision is being breached about her by her elderly male relative. Her voice does not matter. Mary Makoha runs a child protection program in Busia County. She says she receives almost every day a case involving a minor girl, some involving children as young as 9 months old.
It has become so normalized. You go to a village and the people in the village will tell you, oh, that one is known for this character. He defiles children. We know, it is so normal, it is so... And they'll even count for you how many were given cows, how many were given goats, how many were given grain in exchange for justice for a child.
Police say their efforts to help victims get justice are many times frustrated by uncooperative family members of the victims.
The cases which are investigated and taken to court, the ones which go up to the conviction is 3 out of 10. When parents are compromised and there is no appearance of the victim, police are put in a very awkward situation by the court because the court may not understand where the victim is or the circumstance leading to the failure of the victim to appear in court.
So while sex offenders and some parents turn this into a trade, many children who are the victims are left with lifelong scars, forced to live near those who stole their childhood with no prospect of justice. Mercy Juma, BBC News, Busia.